So the first seam that we're going to do is the, see this one right here, this is the one I did in school, and it has all seams. We're going to cover all of these, but we're not going to do them all right this second, because some of them have things that I don't really have with me right now, like the stitch in pink. You need pinking shears for that, and I left mine in school this week, so we'll do that next week when we do the serging ones. So we're going to cover these three, the serge closed, serge open, and stitch in pink. We're going to definitely do those next week. We're going to do the tailored edge today, the flat fell seam today, we're going to do the French seam today. So the first one we're going to do is the tailored edge. And the tailored edge involves 2 pieces of fabric being sewn together and needing to have a finished edge on both of them without wanting to involve extra pieces of fabric. So the first thing that we do is we get our 1 piece of fabric and our 2 piece of fabric, and when you sew them together, what you want to do is make sure the 10-inch sides are what's being sewn together, because I made the mistake of doing the 8-inch ones in school and I had to redo it. So you want to just get it right the first time. So the 10-inch sides get matched. Since this, if you feel like you want to do it, I'm going to do it on one of them just so you can see what to do if you choose to do it. You want to draw, we're using a 1-inch seam allowance, so you want to take your ruler, if you want to do this, and draw in a line on the 1-inch, and that's the line that you're going to sew on. So I'll do it on both, just so you can see. Just like that. And put the ruler away, put that away, and put your extra pieces off to the side. My sewing machine. Okay. So what you want to do is match up your fabric pieces so that way the 1-inch lines are together, and pin just like this, perpendicular to the line. You don't want to go overboard pinning, because then it just gets to be a lot of pins to worry about while you're sewing. So here, and after this you're ready to start. So what you do here is you line up your line with the needle. You put the needle down using that spinning wheel of doom from before, and then you put the presser foot down with there's a lever in the back of my machine, which I didn't show you guys earlier because I totally forgot about it, and you put your foot on the pedal and very carefully depress it. Oh, and make sure your stitch length is somewhere between 2 and 3 stitches per whatever. And you don't want to sew over the pins on home machines, because that will completely ruin the machine and break it and throw the timing off. So just sew the 2 pieces together on the line. Go as fast as you feel comfortable going. And if you find that your fabric has gone offline, you can go back and fix it. It's all good. No judgment here. And you want to take your pins out a little bit before they reach going under the presser foot, so that way you can get them out easily. And just go, 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 go. La da 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 da. See, like over here, I have to really grab it with my fingernail to pull it out. So, what we have here is a straight seam. So yeah, you have this big 1-inch wide, 2-inch wide at this point, because there's 2 of them. got this big thing over here that's just flopping. So what you do is you get your ironing board. And you get your iron, which is why we didn't unplug it or turn it off. Leave it on. Get it back on the steam function. And what you do is you spread your seam open, just like that, and press it. You press it open. And we're pressing, and even right now, it looks so much cleaner. But it gets better. Because the next thing you do is you take the edge that you just pressed open, you fold one of them over. That was just to keep it neat, nice. Fold it over about 1/4 of an inch. Between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch. So you could do 3/8, you could do 1/2, you could do 1/4, whatever works. I find that I like it best with 1/4 of an inch, this particular seam. You finger press it down first with your nail, or your finger if you don't have nails. And then you get your iron again. Let's see. This is important. This is why you need an iron. And press. And you just want to press it down so that way it stays. Just like that. And then flip it back over. Oh, still not staying. Alright, some fabrics won't stay, so give them credit. Try to steam it down. If it still won't stay, like this one, because it's annoying, you grab your pins. Be very careful with your iron. Don't do what I just did, because that could burn your arm. And just use a pin to just tack it down temporarily, so it doesn't like disappear on you. And then just fold it back out. Just like that. And yes, we're going to have to iron this again, because nothing is ever that easy. So you could do it this way. Some people like doing it this way better. You can just fold it in. The next step in making this lovely, lovely, lovely seam is called an edge stitch, which means, you know how we have this folded back over here? It means that you stitch as close as you can to the edge. You can be between 1/8 of an inch and 1/16 of an inch away. For demonstration's sake, I'm going to go for 1/8 of an inch. So you put your fabric down, put your presser foot down, put your needle through, and then go. Whenever my fingers are near the needle, I always take my foot off the foot pedal, because your machine can only go as fast as you push down the pedal. You want to trim your threads as you go along, because it makes it easier in the end. And then switch sides, get the other side done. And that right there is the sewing part of creating a tailor's edge. See? Just like that. It's a neat finished seam with the untidy parts pushed back. The last step, you want to press it again, just for neatness' sake. And that's that seam. This one's done. See? Looks all nice, clean. This is the outside. This is what you would see from the outside. See how nice that looks? Beautiful. And we're gonna label it. Make sure you label them, because when you want to go back and look, you guys can probably see on here now that the light changed outside. I have everything here labeled. Like you see, serge closed. So this is called the tailored edge. We're gonna write T-A-I-L-O-R-E, tailored, E-D-G, tailored edge. Boom, done.